Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Maritzah if you are new here, and today we're going to be trying out the Makeup by Mario SurrealSkin Awakening Concealer. I just recently purchased this in three different shades to match my routine, so I wanted to see if they would match up shade-wise and what the actual concealer would look and feel like. I want you guys to take a moment and guess which side is the Makeup by Mario side. I'll give you a minute. So, like always with product reviews, the ultimate question is, Mario, do you get to keep my money or do we need to talk? And I'm not gonna spoil it for you guys this time, okay? But I did want to talk a little bit about the concealer while I'm here because I forgot to do that throughout the video. This medium coverage buildable formula conceals even the darkest under eye circles. Formulated with lift and locked technology, the caffeine-infused concealer depuffs, tightens, and smooths, while the self-setting formula locks it all in, resulting in a lifted, awakened look. Mario, it just better do all that. I'm just saying. I would say that in the beginning. I already know how it looks and you know how it sets, but it better do that, okay? So without further ado, before jumping into this video, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Turn on that notification bell, and let's go see if Mario gets to keep my money.
If I gotta choose me, I won't be afraid to. If I gotta choose me, I gotta do what I gotta do.
So we are going to start off with, this is shade 540, and it's just a cute little sleek concealer bottle. I like how the product feels lightweight, like the product bottle merchandise feels lightweight. And I'm just gonna swatch it here. So this is like a deep, rich brown. Feels very creamy on the skin. So again, this is 540. What I use in Mented is CEO. I'm gonna try not to use a lot of this because I still need to put it on my face and it's damn near empty. But the good thing is Mented is coming back in the summer, so I get to re-up on this concealer. I'm so excited. So this is 540. I'm sorry, this is CEO of Mented. This is 540, this is CEO. And then with Pat McGrath, that shade is M20. And that looks like this. So 540 I got to be my concealer shade, my skin tone shade right underneath my eyes. This is CEO from Mented. I bought this for the same reason, and this is M20 from Pat McGrath, and same reason for underneath my eyes for just concealing. This is a lot richer. The Makeup by Mario one is a lot richer than all of them. So it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. It is very dark for my concealer complexion shade. So it's going to be interesting to see how all this layers. This being the base, how the Makeup by Mario being the base, seeing how this will play out with the rest of the lighter shades. As for the formulation, how they all feel, all of them feel very lightweight. I don't think either one of them have similar formulas to each other. I believe Pat McGrath felt the creamiest. I know it's like 2 seconds, but if I can remember, memory of Dory over here, memory of a goldfish. This feels a lot creamier. This feels very lightweight. The Mented one, I don't feel it at all on my skin. I feel the Pat McGrath a little bit more than all of them, but I feel like this is also very creamy as well, just not as creamy as the Pat McGrath. It's kind of like an in-between between Mented and Pat McGrath, the Makeup by Mario concealer. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on underneath my eyes and see how this darker concealer shade will work on me. And then we will go into playing with the concealers. And this has a dark golden undertones according to the Sephora website. So I've already swatched this, but this is what M40 is. I'm gonna swatch dark to light. Feels very creamy on the skin, and eventually feels lightweight, like nothing's there. This is the shade 420, and this has a medium to dark golden undertones. And shout out to 420, blaze it, my favorite day. So this right here looks like that. So I'm going to use my Milk Hydra Grip Primer. I do need a new one, and I'm just going to prime my face as usual. Take a little bit of Hydro Grip, putting it on my ring finger because it's the lightest finger to use during application for underneath your eye, whether it's eye cream or any sort of eye product. And I'm just gonna tap it while looking up. And this is just gonna kind of give a grip to my concealer underneath. All right, we're gonna give that a few seconds to let it get tacky. So I'm gonna be using the M40 concealer, and I'm going to be using Mented CEO. I'm going to put on the right side of my face. Am I in the middle? Okay, I'm gonna put on the right side of my face the Makeup by Mario concealer, and on the left side of my face the Mented concealer. I'm gonna do the left side of my face as usual with all the same products, and then I'm gonna be using the the Makeup by Mario concealers only on my right side. So let's go in with CEO. Feel like we are tacky enough. I prefer this concealer as my complexion concealer. I really like the way this feels underneath my eyes, especially when there's a lot of product. There's not a lot left in here. That's how you know I love this. It has a brightening effect to it, so I really like that. It does brighten just a little bit, but it really blends in with my skin, as you can see here. So I'm gonna use M40. I'm a little scared. I feel like 420 is more so my complexion shade, but I'm gonna use M40. And I'm just gonna do that. It's not that dark. I thought it would be a little bit darker, but you can see that the Mented side is lighter than the Makeup by Mario side. I'm gonna give it like a few seconds for it to just dry down a little bit, so it's not too wet, so then when I go to blend it, it moves around. You want to just have your concealer dry just a little bit, so then that way it can actually have coverage to it instead of just product moving around on your face. You don't want that. So let your concealer dry for a few seconds and then go ahead and blend in with your either concealer brush or your beauty sponge. Okay, right off the bat of blending, I actually like the Makeup by Mario side a lot better. It seems to have it seemed to have covered a lot more of my darkness and just kind of even everything out, and has a little bit of a shine to it, which I do like, but I am nervous about because I do get creasing underneath my eyes. I am going to set with powder anyway, but it makes me wonder if this is going to stay even with powder because of like how the shine is compared, like see how shiny this side is compared to this side. It does have a little bit of a shine, but not as shiny as this side. I do like the Mented side, but I don't have enough coverage underneath here, and I don't know if that's because of the product. I'm running out of product. It's damn near empty. It is empty. I'm just like scraping up sides of it, but I do like the deepness. I think going just maybe a little bit darker is good for my complexion shade here. I really like this Makeup by Mario side. It feels very lightweight on my skin. It does not feel like I have concealer on, or if I put on Hydro Grip underneath. This side, I do still feel the Hydro Grip on my underneath my under eye. So now I'm gonna go in with the rest of my face. I'm going to do eyeshadow and all of that, and then we're going to come back and do the concealer. So it's time to clean all of this up. I usually go in with LM16, so I'm gonna swatch this first so you guys know what it looks like in comparison to what the Makeup by Mario is. So this is LM16 from Pat McGrath right here, and then this is 420 by Makeup by Mario. So the 420 is deeper than the LM16, so I'm a little nervous at how my under eye is going to look on the the right side, because this is darker, a lot darker. This is closer to my skin tone than this one is. So let's see how this all plays out. And I also always go in with the NARS Biscuit, and I'm going to put that in between the shades how I always do. So I'm going to use that on both sides. maybe this will help the right side, but I think you'll see a noticeable difference in my under eyes because of the color difference here. And I'm also almost out of my NARS concealer, so a Sephora haul is needed. Some Sephora shopping would be love right now. Or Ulta. I think I'll do Ulta because it has more points. Well, I mean, it has better rewards, not more points. Alright, so here is my face with both the Makeup by Mario and the NARS and the Pat McGrath, what I usually do regularly, and then this is with the Makeup by Mario concealer. So we're gonna let it sit again. Like I said in the beginning with my complexion shade, you just let it sit for a little bit and then you go in and blend. So we're gonna give it a few. Okay, so right off the bat, you can see that this is more my complexion shade. This is more highlighted. I like the smoothness of the Makeup by Mario. I really like how the way this looks. It looks as if I have already used the Pat McGrath's setting powder, the under eye setting powder. It already looks like that on this side. It already looks like that. I feel like on this side, I have to put in more work. And I feel like here it looks like butter. I am now going to do like my regular bronzing and everything off camera. I don't know why I keep leaning like this, but off camera I am going to do what I usually do, and then I'll come back in to do the highlight and then also set my under eye. Guys, I just realized I never put on foundation. I never put on foundation. Oh my god. So let's go ahead and do that. This is not how I wanted this video to go, but we're gonna use the Makeup by Mario 20N foundation. I'm wondering why like my face is not. So I guess we underpainted. So, you know, if you wanna know how this works with underpainting. So I'm gonna go in with Makeup by Mario SurrealSkin foundation in 20N. It's like, I know I'm missing a step here. Why does something look off? We have foundation on. I just wanna fix my under eye. Okay, so I still feel the same way. I feel like this side is smooth like butter, but this side is brightened, but it does not have the same the left side does not have the same finish as my right side. I have bronzed it up. I don't know why I keep looking down like this. I've bronzed it all up. All right, and now it's time to do some highlighting. So I chose the shade 320, and this is what it looks like. This should honestly be what M16 is for me. And then this is LM13 from Pat McGrath. So that is what I usually use to do just my highlight here and here. So I definitely need to do some shade shopping. I feel like I need more in between shades. It's not as spot on as I thought it would be. This is definitely what LM16 is supposed to be for me. And then L13 should be a lighter shade, something maybe in the L range. I do believe he has the range of just, you know, like 180, 280, because this is 320, so I may need to go up to 240 or 220 for something that's going to match LM13. I should have went to Sephora and swatched them both with each other, but the one Sephora that I went to doesn't have Pat McGrath in there, so I was just kind of going off of like, I was eyeballing it, and I definitely got my shades wrong. So I'm gonna use LM13 as usual on the right side of my face, the left side of my face. I'm just gonna do this here. And then I'm going to use 320. That's 420. I'm gonna use 320 on the right side of my face. So what I really like about 320 is it has a peachy undertone. It's very similar to Biscuit of what goes underneath my eye. So I think the NARS in between shades. So I think I'll be using this in between like LM16 instead of like using the NARS Biscuit. Instead of reading up on it, I can use this because I really like that this is a peachy undertone and it looks very similar to Biscuit. I'm actually going to swatch them right now to see how similar they are as this kind of dries a little bit. Very similar in shade. So I really like that this is similar to this, and I will be using this as my backup to the NARS Biscuit because this is really close. These are like almost sisters. This is just a little bit more peachier than this one, but very similar in. All right, I'm gonna take my beauty sponge and I'm gonna go ahead and blend this. And now I'm gonna go ahead and blend out the Makeup by Mario side. Okay, honestly, hold on, y'all see it. If you don't see it, then I'm sorry, but I see it. I see it. Let me just fix up a little bit of this nose contour here. Girl, let me hold my head up. Girl, you see it. So let me go ahead and set it with the Pat McGrath Under Eye setting powder. So this is in the shade Yellow. I always use this. Mario, sorry, it's Mario. You did that. I am in love with this side. Do I still want to go a shade up for just a little bit of brightening? Yes, but I don't need to with the shade 320. This is a great brightener underneath my eye. The peach does what it needs to do. Peach is actually a really good under eye brightener. So like a peach powder, a peach undertoned concealer, a peach colored anything will brighten your under eye. A yellow one will as well, but it's going to give you a yellow base. Like I said earlier, peach is a perfect combination of yellow and red. It sits right in the middle, so it's going to not only brighten it, but it's not going to be too red or too yellow under your eyes. It's not going to look so golden, and it's not going to look so ruddy. It's not going to look like rust underneath your eyes. It's going to brighten it and then neutralize it. Peach is the perfect under eye, and stay tuned because I am gonna get the Pat McGrath under eye setting powder, the one like the peach one that just dropped. I'm so excited for it, so stay tuned for that. I'm gonna go ahead and finish the rest of my face off camera, and then we're gonna come back and talk about this concealer. Okay, so this is the final face. I actually used 320 to highlight down my nose and my chin here. I love the Makeup by Mario side. I think it's absolutely flawless. I love the way it feels. They both feel as if there's nothing on my face, but I like the Makeup by Mario side so much. It just looks so flawless. The coverage is really, really good. I will say, I forgot to mention throughout the video, I would say it's a medium to full coverage concealer. You can definitely build it up to full coverage, but it definitely is more so on the medium to full rather than just full coverage. I really, really like this. So Mario, you do get to keep my money. I'm not surprised. You always get to keep my money. Oh, my hands are probably ashy. I am a Makeup by Mario stan. You guys know that. I love pretty much all of his products. So to get this, I was probably ashy throughout this whole video now that I think about it. It's really bad. But ignoring the fact that I'm putting on lotion, I will say I really like this concealer despite the fact that I don't have all the correct shades. It still turned out really, really beautiful, very similar to the other side. I actually think this side is actually brighter. That peach shade, the 320, actually kicked it up a notch. So honestly, I'm still going to pick up one more shade that's a little bit lighter, just to give that extra that dramatic under eye. But I think this is so beautiful. Mario, you did amazing. I'm not surprised. All of your products I think are really good. Also guys, stay tuned. I also bought the neutrals palette, so stay tuned for that video. So yeah, that's it for today's video. I recommend this concealer. I think it's really nice. Very beautiful finish. It works well with the NARS concealer, which is really good. And I think it also works well with the Pat McGrath under eye brightener. So I will be using this concealer in the future. Still gonna get my Pat McGrath concealer, still gonna get the Mented concealer, but I'm just gonna add this in the rotation, especially if I'm doing like a full face makeup by Mario, hint hint, or if I want a specific way my under eye needs to look. I know I was going to do a wear test, but I opted out of it. It's just not enough time in the day. But if you guys would like for me to do a wear test with this concealer, I would be more than happy to, especially as it's coming up on the summertime. So just let me know down below in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.